bring up. He sent me an article today about horror restaurants that are popping up. It was in the New York Times, and this particular restaurant happened to be vegan. And there was a quote I pulled from the article because I loved it. It was, there's this sense that horror fans lack empathy because how else could they enjoy horror, he says. But a lot of horror fans are so empathetic that they don't want to eat animals, which... I mean, that's up for debate that a lot of horror fans are vegan. You know, are there studies that zero in on their empathy levels and show how empathic a horror fan is, or fans of anything for that matter?
There's a little bit of work on fiction, reading fiction, and some of it is horrifying, promotes empathy. There's a really interesting study that should make Fred happy, which is when they release blockbusters that are horrifying, violence actually drops throughout the United States because everybody's in the theater leaning into each other, hugging each other, sort of forming these bonds. But I think the broader thesis is yet to be tested, and we should ask Fred about his thinking about this. Like, how in the world could seeing horror make you more empathetic to your fellow human beings?
Well, I would sooner just point to, like, when you think of horror fans, no offense, I'll put myself as one of them. When you think of goths and horror fans, when you just think they're the most gentle people. I don't mean to make it such a big generalization, but when you just think of just how they are, how they speak, they're just gentle.
Yeah.
And, I think somewhere in, I don't know if that's the answer, but somewhere in there, I think that goes for, I actually think the same of, like, people who are really into heavy metal, like metalheads who are into really dark metal. The ones who I've met and bands who I've met it's a real quiet sort of, they're sensitive. Yeah. I see them as very sensitive. Mm-hmm. I have never encountered a metal band who was just, like, trying to be tough backstage and, like, what are you doing here? It's always like, I think they're soft-spoken and sensitive. It's a generalization, but that's how I see them.